This is Alesha Brown, the Joy Guru, CEO of Alesha Brown LLC, where I help people to write the vision and make it plain. On August 6th in Portsmouth, Virginia, Saturday, we will be having an amazing event for entrepreneurs. It's called Take This Job and Shove It, which is an entrepreneurs event provided to give you all the resources to be a successful entrepreneur and actually have a thriving business. And one of our featured speakers that I am so pleased to have here today is Cheryl Tan. And of course, Cheryl, most of us know you. Most of us locals anyway. We know you as a former news journalist. We are all too familiar. I won't even say the news channel, but we're all too familiar with seeing you in the mornings, and we still see you all the time on television now. But you actually took a break as a news journalist and started your own company. And I want you to give us a little insight of what that company is and what services you have in particular for entrepreneurs.
Alesha, thank you so much for having me here. First of all, I'm really looking forward to your August event. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I think it'll be really informative for the people who will be gathering. So I left the TV news business in 2014, the scariest thing I've ever done. I had a great career. I loved being a journalist. But as my kids got older and the schedule that I was keeping, I worked a morning show, as you had mentioned. It just stopped making sense. It just stopped making sense. And I felt as right before I left, I had been doing a lot of interviews with entrepreneurs just as part of a couple of segments that I was doing for a show I was hosting and working on, that I knew I could be like them. I knew I could create a solution to problems I was seeing in the entrepreneurial community. And the problem was that they couldn't figure out how to get their message out there.
Right.
Without paying for huge PR firms, which are fine in some cases, but sometimes you're not quite ready for that. Exactly. So my company, Tan Media LLC, I offer media training and media for service professionals like lawyers, accountants, financial experts, insurance folks, and I think, did I say accountants? And accountants, like money is really good. Yeah. And I show them how to use their expertise in order to get the attention of the media, to make connections with reporters. And so I work with entrepreneurs in several ways. I have an online media training academy. I do in-person workshops, and I take one-on-one clients, although I'm kind of full right now. Okay. So really, yeah, I mean, and it's good. It's just kind of busy. So I want to be able to give everyone the time that they deserve. But through the Media Training Academy and workshops, I can usually help folks in a way that really works for them.
Awesome. And I know you touched on one of the things that a lot of entrepreneurs have a problem with, and that is getting media coverage. They're on a fixed budget. Sometimes there is no budget. You have a great event, you have all these wonderful things you want to do, but you can't seem to get people to know about your event. I remember when I reached out to you in particular, it was a very simple thing that you suggested I do. And the next thing I know, we actually had an interview on the news. Could you tell us one tip or strategy that sometimes entrepreneurs are not aware of to get that media coverage?
Right. It's such a great question, and it's such a chicken and the egg, right? You have an event and you need people, and you feel like the media is the only person, like the only people who can let people know about it. So you get people, but the media is not necessarily interested in your event unless they have people, right? So it really is very, very difficult. And I think what I mentioned to you, and I talk to a lot of people about this, is to not look at it as, hi, I'm an entrepreneur, I have an event, cover my event. Right. Because the media, they don't know if your event's going to happen. Right. Like, you know, your event's going to happen, but we've been burned many times where events don't happen, or like you and like two people show up, in which case it's not really an event. It's kind of like a little gathering. So, but they don't know that. They just don't know that. So what I always suggest is to present it as an issue, as look at your event as a news story, and why would that news story be interesting to that media outlet's audience. So you were doing a summer camp, and it's also a matter of timing. So a lot of things kind of have to align to make it work, but that news outlet has to be interested in talking about what's happening that summer. So had you been pitching this event in December, might not have been as effective as when you did just a couple of months ago, because we were thinking about summer vacation and what the kids are going to be doing and how we would occupy them, how we would keep the summer brain drain from happening, that kind of thing. So a lot of it is timing. A lot of it is not saying, hi, my name is Alesha, I have an event, but more of, hi, I'm Alesha. I'm bringing together dozens of the smartest young kids in Hampton Roads, and we're going to be teaching them this and helping them get that, and showing how that would be interesting to this particular media outlet's audience.
Perfect. And you're right about the timing issue, because it just so happened when I was reaching out to the different news media, they were looking for stories. I think that was one of the things that was very valuable about what you shared with me, is that they're looking for stories. So that was one of the things not to be so scared about. It's possible to get media coverage, because news media, and that's just one form, they're looking for stories. So it's just how you make it compelling and make it of interest to them. And I did want to mention and give you the opportunity to give your website information, because I looked there. I said, wow, she's got a blog post on the same thing that she told me. And then you have free resources there as well. So I'm not going to give it away, but people need to know where to find you so they can get that tip. I think it was June 27th that you posted it.
June 27th. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I can't remember the date, but I have a lot of resources, and I'm creating more because I know people need them. But my website, and thank you for letting me share that, is CherylTanmedia.com. So CherylTan media.com. And I just created a free press release template because I know press releases, they stump people. And I guess I don't think they should, but that doesn't mean anything, right? So I created something. I created something that you can take a look at and see how that might apply to an event or something that you want to pitch to the media.
You made it very easy. I was looking at that template, so I was like, I got some other things I'd love to use that for. It makes it easier for me.
Oh, good.
But you also said earlier, I want to really emphasize this to the people that are thinking about attending, or those that are just hearing about the take your job and shove the event. You made the option to come home. You had a thriving career. For some people, it's not. Some people, they really don't like their jobs. They're underpaid. They want to leave. Other people, they have a wonderful job, but like you said, you were helping other entrepreneurs, and you realized that was something you can do. But then you had that personal side. You want to spend more time with your family. A lot of people are just working so hard, and they want to spend more time with their family, and they're really having a hard time taking that leap if that's what they desire. And the anxiety, am I going to be okay? Can I do this? What would you advise them? What's your word of encouragement for them?
It wouldn't be so much a word of encouragement as a word of advice to, if they have that in their heart, if they feel like there is something more that they can do, more than what they are doing currently, is to test it. Is to actually sell something while they still have a job. To actually, as you go on your day-to-day, let's say you are an accountant and you're really good with money, or you have a passion for painting, or you have some organizing skills, whatever it is that you think you're going to go into, is to really try and sell those services while you continue to have employment and insurance. That's what I did. I wasn't a conflict. I know it wasn't a conflict because I made sure it wasn't, but I got clients on the side as I worked with them on writing and creating pieces for their business, just to see if, one, I liked it, B, I had it, like, do I have it? C, if I could scale it. So I'm working on the scaling part right now, but the testing part I did. And it's not as sexy as it sounds because it's a lot of work, but it is, I think, probably one of the most important things. Because if you might be great at pottery, or you might be great at painting, whatever you may be great at, you may have to find out sooner rather than later that you'll be able to get paid for it.
Right.
So
That's really good advice, because it's not as you put it, and it certainly is my experience. It's not always you're going to just leave your job and you're going to pursue this passion. You're going to make all this money. No, everybody's different, but definitely for me, it made more sense to while you have a job and like you said, while you have insurance, go ahead, test it. Start getting those clients. Start even testing your ability in the market and what you want to do and what you like, and then as it grows, sometimes you are able to go ahead and leave and take that leap and just go bigger. But Cheryl, we certainly thank you for being here today. Again, everybody go to CherylTanMedia.com, because I'm going to tell you that press release template is worth everything, and you're going to get it for free.
Oh, good.
I had it for free. It takes a lot of guesswork out of it, a lot of other great tips on the website as well, and definitely for you to RSVP and find out more information about that August 6th event, you can go to AleshaBrown.net or TheJoyGuru.net, and under the events tab, you will see several events. August 6th, Portsmouth, Virginia. The title is Take This Job and Shove It. So we thank you for being here today. We look forward to everybody that's coming, so you can actually be there with Cheryl in person. You can see some of the products and services. You can hear more details, and then you can actually come there and ask her questions, because that's very important.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Alesha.
We're looking forward to having you. Have an awesome day.